The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio at Vero Beach. I'm Keith McDonald here with Todd Byron, Steve Charbonneau, and Mike Carano. Welcome back, guys.
Hey.
We were talking news, but let's touch on this briefly. Jalopnik, once again, they had a fun thing called "What Would You Do to Fix the Car Industry?" I know this isn't about classic cars, so let's keep it short. But is there anything that you would do to today's cars that you think would? I'd like to see them bring back convertibles. That's one thing. They're not making them, no.
Huh?
Nope.
No?
No, they're supposedly not.
They're going to stop making convertibles?
That's what it says here.
Yeah, they're not making convertibles?
He says, I hate the disappearance of the convertible, the station wagon, and the sports car.
Isn't that Camaro?
But all that stuff is real. They still have
hardtop. That's hardtop. But there's convertibles.
Well, there's not with the rag tops, though. Are they removable tops? I haven't seen a convertible lately, a new car.
Maybe they're slowing down. Like maybe people aren't buying them. I don't know.
It could be they're not
buying
them.
They're probably slowing production down, but I don't think they're not making convertibles anymore.
This writer says he would institute a sweeping ban of cell phones in cars, so the vehicle wouldn't turn on if your cell phone is on. It has to be shut off in order for you to drive. It would save thousands of lives.
Yeah, but some of the cars already have that. If
they got GPS,
you're going to find something else.
You can,
right?
Yeah, you can use the phone on the car. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I see his point.
That's why this guy.
How many times I see driving down the road and some jerk off is on Facebook and he's just driving down the road.
Yeah,
it's like the normal these days. That's all you see. I'm like, hey, is Facebook that important? Put your phone down.
Text messaging. I know my brother's car. Once he connects with his car.
Yeah, you can do
there is no text messaging.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. The car automatically says we're moving. We can't pull back.
That's good.
Right.
That's good. What car is that?
He's got a Ford hybrid.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, like Julie's Ford, the Bronco, you can go. It'll take a text message as a text message from somebody, and you do it to the radio. And she hits it, and it says, whatever the heck they're saying. Would you like to respond? Sure, you can respond.
It's all voice
comes up on the screen. Yeah.
It's all voice. Is it on the screen or voice?
Voice.
I see. Okay.
It comes up on the screen.
Yeah.
You can read it, do it all by voice. You know, you're not taking your eyes and stuff off the road.
Right.
But, that's how I was doing to you from Tennessee. Yeah. So they should, if they could do something like disable the phone or something like that.
Yeah. So you can't.
Phone, it really should be down to the phone. Yeah. But I mean. Even if they eliminate a phone, they're probably going to find something else with a car.
Well, look, some of the Teslas, that screen is off to the right, so you have to look to your right just to see the screen.
Right, that's true.
So, because they did away with dashboards, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think something to help the automotive industry would be getting rid of EVs.
So, yeah,
there you go.
Oh yeah.
What would you do? What's one thing you'd fix?
What I would fix? You know what? I like big engines. They're doing away with all these Hemis and going to V6 turbos. And they just, bring back some of the old type cars. I like to bring back a new Chevelle.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It wouldn't be hard to do.
They've talked about it.
They talk about it all the time. Just bring back a Chevelle or something.
$150,000 kit to make.
Well, they did it with Dodge. With the Charger and the Challenger.
Right.
The Challenger. The Hellcat.
And they did it with the Camaro, but I mean,
Camaro. They changed over to Pontiacs, and they made the Trans Ams with the new Camaros.
Those are custom shop stuff, though.
Yeah, but I think if Chevy would bring back a Chevelle, I think it would go through the roof.
I think it would too.
Oh yeah, I think
absolutely.
So
too. Yeah,
and then do a Yanko.
At least until the boomers all die off.
Right.
Once the boomers die off,
I think some of these car manufacturers honestly need to build some of their concept cars and quit screwing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're showing you the concept cars, and then they're not making them because we don't know if it's going to work.
They built the new Cyclones like they show,
right?
And they did them in packages, so people that don't have a whole lot of money can afford some, and then work your way up. Like the Camaros. You got the 1SS, the 2SS, and then you got the other one, and then you got the ZL1, and then you got Hennessy, Yanko.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. And then GM's been talking for 3 years now, bringing the two-door Blazers back.
Right.
where are they?
Yeah, still not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then you got Ford. They talk about bringing this other car out, and then that's the other thing. This electric EV, get rid of this crap.
Right. Well, it's slowing down. People aren't buying them.
Yeah, because they're figuring out what the battery was bad.
Yeah. I forget what company. Volkswagen just took billions out of their EV research and put it into gas engines.
Yeah, so did Ford lost a ton of money with their EVs, right? Then they shut down a whole plant down.
Right.
GM is bringing out another brand new LS-based motor that is going to be stupid in horsepower.
Really?
And they're bringing out a new Duramax next year.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Okay.
Let's bring back some horsepower. Get this stuff going.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yep, Duramax says next year they'll take over the market in towing and power.
Yeah. Yeah, because this V6 stuff, I was in my son's got the Bronco, and it just doesn't seem to get out of its own way. And it's a V6 turbo. If they put like a little 305 in it or 302, whatever the Ford makes.
Yeah.
Put it in there.
Coyote.
Coyote engine in a give it offer. They offer I think with the Raptor. The Bronco Raptor you could get with the Coyote engine. Okay. But still, give me something besides a V6 or a four-cylinder.
Right. Well, the V6, you got to remember the Grand National Series, those cars were pretty fast.
Yeah, but they were lighter. They were lighter.
Yeah.
You put it in a Bronco. Bronco's heavy.
Right, true.
Yeah, I didn't even know GM made a 2.7 or 2.5.
Right.
It's in the new Chevrolet 1500s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 2.5 or 2.7.
That's small, really?
Yeah.
No longer the 3.8 or whatever?
Well, then don't the Colorados come with all 6 cylinders?
Yeah.
Even from years ago. They never.
The Colorado's smaller,
they didn't put 8s in them.
Yeah, they're putting 2.7 6-cylinder motors in the half-ton Chevrolets.
Yeah, that's to me, that's underpowered.
That's too much. Yeah,
that's what I always complain about. You can't even put nothing in the bed and it doesn't go.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the EVs can't tow anything because the batteries die in like 20 minutes.
Too soon, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I seen a Tesla with a little trailer on the back of it going through Lowe's parking lot Sunday. I'm like,
really?
Check this cat out. Yeah, he had a riding lawnmower in the back of the trailer. I'm like, he's a Tesla with a hitch on it.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I've been seeing a lot of the trucks. A lot of trucks around Vero Beach. Yeah, the Tesla truck.
I've never seen one yet.
Those things are butt ugly.
They got something.
It's weird, though, is they're going to be accepted eventually, and everyone's going to say, oh, yeah, there goes a Tesla.
Well, what's happening is, since I guess they only come in stainless steel, people are wrapping them.
Right.
They're wrapping them.
Oh, yeah.
So they can change the color of the truck. So.
I think the thing looks like a wood shed driving down the road.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to like it. So, I mean, for the $100 and some $1,000 that it costs, you really got to like that.
Not worth it.
So, what else you got there, Keith?
Yeah, let's do a little history. June 16th, 1903, Articles of Association are filed with the Ford Motor Company. Henry Ford and Alexander Malcolmson are the most significant stockholders with 25.5% each. Now, you never hear about Alexander Malcolmson
that's
anymore.
What I was just going to ask you. What happened
to Alex?
He bought him out or did he whack him?
The one he got whacked by Henry Ford's guy.
He Hillary Clinton him.
Yeah, that's it. They did pull a Bill Clinton on him.
Yep. The 17th of June, 1946, the first mobile call is placed from a car in St. Louis, Missouri. The thing about that is the other cell phone was in a plane flying directly above it. So it's not really a big thing.
Really?
It's almost like it was a radio call.
Oh, it's like a...
But they're calling it the first mobile call.
Like a walkie-talkie.
But I read up on it. It's more like a walkie-talkie thing. It's really not a phone call.
Right.
But that's what they're saying in car history. So June 18th, 1923, the first Checker cab rolls off the line at the Checker Cab Company in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
There were some good cars.
They were. They're actually very reliable. They just weren't that pretty.
No.
But they were made for what they did.
Right.
The Checker cabs.
Jump seats in them.
Yeah.
My uncle's Checker cab. I think he had almost 500,000 miles on it when he was done.
I remember in the mid '70s, Gloucester, Massachusetts, put out the bids for police cars. They needed a bunch of them.
Right.
And Checker bid, and they won.
Oh my God!
And you wouldn't believe the abuse those cops are getting for like 2 years, so they got a new fleet. Yeah. They were like. The cops would come down the street, at night with the window rolled down, and they didn't have air conditioning, and they roll them down, and Gloucester police are coming down the road, cabby, and everyone's yelling, cabby, stop, hail the cab, it's so funny.
That's pretty.
Those poor guys, but they looked ridiculous, they're black with the white doors and stuff.
Yeah.
Checker cab, All right, June 19th, 1966, here's a big one. Ford finally wins Le Mans for the first time, winning in a Ford GT40 MK2, was driven by Bruce McLaren and Chris Amon. And you remember the movie Ford versus Ferrari with Matt Damon and the other guy, Christian Slater.
Yeah.
He played the guy that actually would have won the race, but Ford. This is a true story. Ford told him to slow down his car.
Yes.
And then he came across the line, but they gave the race to McLaren.
Right.
And so that's quite a story, and it's quite a battle that Ford that Carroll Shelby had with Ford to get these cars to win. But they did it. They beat Ferrari, and that was a huge thing.
They wanted to finish 1-2, and the other guy snuck ahead of the other guy. Yeah. He got pissed off.
Yeah, he was way ahead, like miles ahead.
Miles.
And they said, slow down. That's his name, too, Miles something.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I forget. I should know this stuff. But anyway, Miles was ahead, and they made him slow down to let the other two guys catch up. And then when they crossed the finish line, they said, well, McLaren was further back in the start because he qualified further back. So he actually covered more road than you did.
Yeah.
And so he gets the win because he actually had the extra few hundred yards of racing that he did. So this really killed the guy Miles, who was played by Christian Slater.
Right.
And then a year later in testing, before they even went there, he was killed in one of those GT40s.
Christian Bale,
not Slater. Bale. Yeah.
I was thinking of James Bond, and I'm like,
right. Yeah, no, it was Christian Bale. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Good deal, Steve. Finally, June 22nd, 1979. Luis Chiron dies. He was a pre-war racing legend. He was born in Monaco. He won the Monaco Grand Prix, and then he died there on his birthplace in Monaco. So he had a nice life. He raced and lived in Monaco. Very nice.
There we go.
Okay. Anyway, let's take the break, and we'll come back and do some tech talk. And if you don't like that, then just turn the radio off. We'll be right back.
Don't turn the radio.
Hi, I'm Joe Scazzari, owner and operator of Scazzari Roof Services Contracting and Consulting. Scazzari manufactures its own standing seam metal roofs in a heavy-duty 24-gauge up and down the Treasure Coast, using only U.S. steel. Only need a repair? Repairs are guaranteed for 3 years. We can do that because we go in your attic, find the leak, see where it is, go out onto your roof, open that area, and repair the leak once, and that's the end of it. Don't be sorry, call Scazzari.
Sturgis Lumber is the county's most trusted hardware store. Sturgis stocks stainless steel products, power tools, construction and painting supplies, propane, plumbing, and electrical parts. 4645 US 1 Vero Beach, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware.
Enjoy Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone, where the comedy is wild, untamed, and downright hilarious. Come out this Friday and Saturday night at 6 and 8 p.m. for the Treasure Coast's best live stand-up comedy show, featuring nationally recognized comedians with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Warning, you may laugh until it hurts. Kickstart your evening with live entertainment, food, and drinks at Live in the Loop. Buy tickets at riversidetheater.com and get ready for a night of non-stop laughs.
It's hurricane season. Prune your trees now with Scott Tree Services. Strengthen your trees against high winds and remove broken limbs that could cause damage. Don't get nervous. Call Scott Tree Services.
Have you ever wanted your carpets or area rugs cleaned, but you just didn't want to deal with the noise, the wet carpet, and that long dry time? And what happens to all that wet stuff underneath the carpet? Ew! Well, Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning solves all that with their guaranteed 1-hour dry time. Their low moisture process dries fast, smells great, and it's safe for your kids and pets too. And guess what? They also clean sofas, love seats, chairs, and recliners. Heaven's Best serves all of Indian River County and Barefoot Bay. They're bonded and insured, and your results are guaranteed. Don't put it off any longer. Grab your phone and call Keith at Heaven's Best, 772-643-6999. You'll be thrilled with the results. 772-643-6999.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio. I'm Vera Beach. I'm Keith McDonald here with the boys, and we are doing some tech talk for you.
Oh, boy.
As long as you didn't turn off your radio.
Hey, boy.
That's some tech talk.
Yes, hey, boy.
Hey, what's that?
Yeah, what do you got?
The boys. Yeah, whatever. Tech talk. Gary from Port St. Lucie says, do you guys know if it's possible to buy the backing material that the vinyl is glued to on a door panel for a 69 SS? And I wrote 69 SS, but he said it was a Chevelle.
Okay.
Just so you Chevelle boys know. I messed up one of the slots that the clip slides into. I can repair it with fiberglass if I have to, but I would like to replace that. Those door panels seem to be very overpriced online. But you can't do that. You can't separate them, right? They're glued together, right?
Yeah, they're glued around the edges of them. Some of them are glued right across it.
I would think they'd glued completely so they don't get all baggy. I've seen them separate on older cars, from the heat or cold.
Yeah. And then they get the warp going.
Yeah, once it warps, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to have to repair the backing yourself. You can't just peel the vinyl off. The backing and attach it to a new one. I think it would be a mess anyway. The vinyl's not that thick. It's just,
If he knows a metal fabricator, he could do a little sheet metal of the same thing and then put that right on top of it.
Right.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Or take and just cut a little piece of metal and glue it on there. Panel bonnet on it.
Because it's on the back, you don't see it.
All it's doing is holding the clip.
Oh, yeah, it's only holding the clips on, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, Gary, good luck with that. You can do that. Harry up in Melbourne says, I recently had my roof repaired and repainted on my 69 Skylark. And I'm now ready to send it out to the upholstery shop and get it done. But I looked at my ceiling without the headliner in it, and I can see a light rust coating and some tar paper falling off. I want to get some kind of a product that I can spray on before the headliner gets done. Presently, there's no significant rust to speak of. It's just a light brown surface rust that almost wipes off. I need a rust inhibitor to make sure that it never rusts again. Any product advice would be helpful. What do you use, Todd, for something like that?
I use 415.
Yeah, that's what I did.
It's designed to actually go over like surface rust. I don't want you to clean it completely off.
Really?
Yeah, because 415 won't stick.
Who makes 415?
Pour 15.
Pour 15. I get it.
And then you can cover the inside of the car and roll it on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Rather than spray it and have to worry about overspraying everything in the car.
That's what
it's nasty to get on you too, though, isn't it?
You have to get on.
It's really bad. You got to have gloves and long sleeves, an old shirt. You have to have eye protection if you're doing a ceiling, right?
Yeah, and you can't do it in a closed area or you'll end up asphyxiated.
Yeah, that's Ron Smith.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did my Nova wagon with it. I painted the whole roof of the wagon.
Did you really?
Underneath, yeah.
Did you really?
Yep.
Houdini's had that stuff
and the
on
inside.
The
I painted the whole inside and the floor and the top.
How did you do that without getting sick?
I had the doors. I did it outside in the street. I did it on the driveway.
You guys are on the air,
Hey, I'm trying to listen to you.
Hey, we're having our own conversation.
Excuse me.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about don't get the POR 15 on your skin because it'll take you like 2 weeks to get it right.
It'll take forever to get off that POR 15.
You can ask one of the guys that works for me.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle up down in Fort Pierce says, Todd, this is for you, Todd. I was wondering what I could do to repair chips in my paint. I have a 71 Le Mans Sport. Too bad it's Pontiac. Dark blue. Instead of just dabbing on some paint, I was thinking about using an airbrush. Would this work better?
No, I wouldn't do that.
No?
No. Well, you got to fix the chip first.
Yeah, you got to fill it in with something.
The chip is like a fisheye.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
I mean, if you want to try to do it cheaply, get a paint store to mix you up some single stage and then just dab it into the chip.
Right.
And then, come back and do a little bit more. You want to activate it.
Right.
And then
so you want to make it keep going back until it's even.
Too much work.
Even with for a small chip, really? Or
take it to somebody that knows what they're doing and let them fix it and paint it right.
There you go.
Well, he didn't say what kind of shape the car was in, I mean,
bring it right over to Steve.
It might be a daily driver's type car.
Todd does it better.
No.
I'll give you his name and address and let somebody know.
If you just touch up a chip and you take the time to really just kind of make sure you bring it up even with the existing paint job and then just buff it down. You really have to get up close.
Where the chip is lightly 2000, wet sand 2000 around the chip, clean it off really good, dab you a little bit of color in there, and then come back with some activated clear and fill that chip in and let it sit.
Yeah.
And then come back the next day and blade your hump down and then wet sand it and buff it. It's not going to be
Won't be perfect, but
it won't be perfect, but you won't have a big chip there.
What about that stuff that they sell on TV? It looks like you just dab it, wipe it with a glove, and it's good to go.
Good to go, yeah.
No good?
Yeah, fix your clear coat.
Miracle
It looks
cure.
like brand new, yeah.
I was going to get a banner. Remember that? Back in the day, as seen on TV.
As seen on
I was
TV.
going to hang one on the side of my building one day. And I'm like, I better not do that.
All right, what else
Well, there you go. Just try dabbing it and try whatever. I saw you could do it with a toothpick. A little bit at a time with a toothpick.
Well, they make a little paint dabber. It looks like a toothpick, but it's got a little fuzzy ball on there.
Okay.
It's perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kyle, you got a lot of good information here. I hope you're listening.
Ooh, that wore me out.
Drew up in Palm Bay says, hey guys, I got a new distribution block put in to replace the original one that was corroding and falling apart in my 68 Camaro RS Rally Sport. Now I'm having an issue with the battery draining. I believe it's in the starter or the ignition system, and I'm a bit stumped at this point. What I'm seeing is the starter housing is powered even without the key in, and I hook up the voltage light and touching anywhere in the housing lights it up. Also, the coil is getting constant power, whether the key is on or not. Any help would be appreciated.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, something with the ignition switch or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw you will need the yellow wire from the coil side of ballast resistor to the solenoid terminal, as this circuit provides ignition power to the start position since 1967. Well, since the 0767 OE switch does not supply ignition power in start. Did you get all that?
Yeah,
kind of.
I guess.
Yeah, I kind of get it too. Anyway, I hope that helped you, Drew. That's the best I can find for you.
There you go.
And
last one,
and then we'll have to blast some gabbing out here. John up in Palm Bay also says, Mike or Todd, I'm new to the classic car hobby. I just acquired a 73 Javelin, which is an AMC, and Mike, your wife has one.
Yeah.
The water pump is leaking and looks pretty rusted. I'm reading conflicting information about which water pump will fit. I would like the aluminum pump, GMB or flow cooler, but the Summit Racing Tech says that the Iron Cast GMP is the only one for my car. But the Iron Cast GMB also has bad reviews saying it doesn't fit properly. It's a 73 Javelin AMX with a 401 engine. I'm more concerned with fit than material at this point.
I have no clue.
Yeah, all the you said
Steve
you got something here with flow cooler. Flow cooler, the best thing to do is take your water pump, send it to them.
Right.
And they'll fix it.
Right.
Otherwise, I put an Edelbrock one on mine.
Did you really?
Yeah, Edelbrock makes one for the
AMX,
the 343 to 390. I don't know about the 401. The 401 might be different, but I know Edelbrock makes an aluminum.
The 401 didn't come in until the lower compression time, right? I mean, didn't the 401 come in after the 390 was high compression?
I think it's 70 or 71.
Yeah, 71. I thought the
so
401.
it might be a little bit different, but then you got to, I think on the flow coolers, I don't know if that's the right word for flow cooler. If that's the, when you hook them up to your fan belts, it spins the wrong way.
Okay.
So you have to get that taken care of first.
Now, the answer I got was, isn't it better to just take it somewhere and have it rebuilt? Can they rebuild them? To rebuild the water
all they're
pump?
doing is rebuilding the fins on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fins and bearings.
Yep.
Bearings.
And you could send that out. But like I said, I got mine from Edelbrock.
Okay.
I went up to Cocoa Beach and got it.
I see.
AMC lives.
Nothing ever fits good anymore anyways.
Nah. No, in fact, I have an extra one.
Do you really?
Yep. So, just in case it goes.
Really?
Yep.
Ah, good.
So we got some car shows this week.
Yeah, we'll talk about the car shows again real quick, especially Downtown Friday in Vero Beach on Main Street. Where they set up a stage, and we're going to have a car show there on the 28th, right, Mike?
Yes, 28th at 6 p.m., Main Street, Vero Beach. It says, 14th Avenue. Right, but this weekend, June 23rd, Barefoot by the Lake car show. That's June 23rd from 11 to 3.
Oh, okay, that's this weekend.
It's this weekend. Registration starts at 8 on that one.
That's Saturday? The 23rd?
Whatever the 23rd is.
23rd is Sunday.
Sunday, so that's when that is.
Yeah, the 22nd is my brother's birthday, so I know it's Saturday.
There you go. And then also Riverside Park is having their show, the Burgers and Brews. I think it says the 9th annual Burgers and Brews. That's for that, but I think it's the first time they're having a car show.
Okay.
And that's Saturday, June 29th at the Riverside Park over here in Vero Beach from 11 to 4.
Okay.
And then I got, we got to go. we're way over the top.
Oh, yeah, we're way over. Thanks for listening to Classic Car Radio. Keith McDonald. We are out of here.
Peace. Bye.